My dear friends, my dear masters, my dear gods, welcome to all of you for the Holistic Wellness Program, 21 days. We are going through the 16th day, my dear friends. Before commencing the session, my sincere pranams to my beloved Guruji, Brahmarshi Patriji. My great salutations and pranams to our beloved Grand Master, Mother Babaji, all the Pyramid Masters, all the Astral Masters, and Prakriti Mother. So, my dear friends, my dear masters, my dear gods, today we are going to start our session. First, we'll be knowing about our wonderful mudra right now. I'll be teaching you one wonderful mudra. Then, after, we'll go to the deep meditation with the melodious music. Afterwards, we will share the spiritual wisdom for today. So, let's know about one wonderful mudra. Do you want to know about one mudra? Or are you interested? Yes, yes or no? Yes. Okay. Other people have to, you can switch on the videos, no problem. Right? Yes. So this mudra is called Uttar Bodhi Mudra. Uttar Bodhi Mudra. Please remember this. This is called Uttar Bodhi Mudra. This mudra is very, very essential in order to boost the energy of the body. Basically, what happens if students get fear right before writing examination? If if a student or a person who's attending an interview is having a lot of fear to attend the interview, or if you want to go onto the stage and speak, you all have some fear of stage, you can practice this mudra. And whenever you practice this mudra, it tries to increase the energy in your system, basically. Number one. That means the body energy will be increased so much. Okay. And especially we say that it relaxes your nerves and muscles. It relaxes basically. And also it will try to recharge the battery, your body batteries. There are batteries inside every body. Okay. In our body also there is a battery, like a battery in the mobile phone. Similarly, we have an inner battery for our body, physical body. So that will be recharged properly. So that and all the excited nerves will be relaxed before attempting a big task, any big task, whatever it may be, right? And so it's an ideal mudra to improve the so-called self-confidence in you to go through a difficult period. So you're just waiting for an interview to attend, and you have some uncertainty, right? You have a lot of fear inside. All that time, just keep this mudra and go through the period. And also before you sat in front of the basically you sat in front of the person who is interviewing you. Keep this mudra and keep talking to him. Okay, so that nothing will be forgotten. No question of stage fear, no question of fear of speaking. You can fluently, you can express what you want to express. So these are wonderful mudra, my dear friends. So, and also it gives a kind of a flash of inspiration. So while solving any problem, so this mudra is much beneficial to give a flash of inspiration. So for a problem solving, any problem whichever you come across, and also this mudra will strengthen especially the power of lungs and power of large intestine, power of lungs and power of large intestine. So that is the greatest benefit of this mudra. So this is called Uttara Bodhi Mudra, my dear friends. So use this mudra 15 minutes minimum. 15 minutes minimum you must practice. I will show you how to practice that now. And you can practice more also. But whenever you want it, whenever you go through any this kind of situation, a tense situation where you don't know the result, but you have to face that concept. You need to face the situation, the instance or the whatever it may be. That point of time, practice this mudra, you can easily come out of it. Okay. Let me show the mudra, how to practice it now. See here, all the, both hands must be cleaned properly. And this, all the, nails must be cut properly. No nails. Sit straight on the chair or sofa. Sit straight. Your back must be erected. And take 3 to 4 long breathings before placing the mudra like this. So long breathing, breathe out. Okay, 3 to 4 times. Then now see all the fingers into fingers. No, place all the fingers into fingers. All these 3 fingers must be locked like this. Other for this one now, like index finger must be touched like this on the upside upwards. On this thumb finger, just touch here. Now keep it this. You can keep at the level of your heart chakra, another chakra. So this is the you understood? Hope you understood, right? So this is the way. So this it must be touched like this, but these two index fingers can touch fully, no problem. Okay, and keep this mudra like this at the heart level, and you can close your eyes and just keep on observe your breath. Otherwise, when you're talking to somebody, right, when you're sitting in front of you, same mudra, you can keep it downwards on the in your lap, on the thighs, and then keep talking to the person. So this is going to strengthen, right? It's going to strengthen mentally to you, like it's going to relax all the stress, tension, anything in there in your physical body. So you'll be able to talk free, fluently and express properly, and you can face everything. And that means basically it recharges your inner battery. This is the wonderful mudra. Please practice. It's called Uttara Bodhi Mudra. Thank you so much. Let's go to the meditation now. Let's all sit in the meditation, my dear friends. Anapanasati meditation. We are going to start now. Please sit in the meditation. You know the posture of meditation. Cross your fingers, fingers into fingers, fully like this. Clasp the both hands like this and keep on your thighs and cross your legs underneath. If you are sitting on chair or sofa, if you are sitting directly on the floor, you can keep a mat or blanket and sit on the floor. Now sit your back erected, straight. Your back must be erected. Remove your spectacles and keep it aside. Now you can have one glass of water. Want to drink? Glass of water you can drink. Another glass of water. You can keep it aside beside you. You can keep it one more glass of water. You can drink later on after the meditation. You can drink that. Now slowly, gently, all of you, please close your eyes. Gently, relaxingly, close your eyes. All of you should not open anybody should not open eyes. Nobody should open eyes until I say okay. No one should open eyes until I say okay. Just be with the closed eyes. You have to close your eyes. At any cost, you should not open the eyes during meditation. Now, after closing the eyes, gently, smoothly, whatever naturally going on, the breath which is going inside, breath which is coming outside. It's called natural flow breath. Natural, simple, tender, loving, peaceful, synchronous, harmonious, loving breath. The breath which is going in, the breath which is coming out. Just go on, observe it, my dear friends. Just go on, observe the breath. No need to take more, no need to leave out more. No kumbhaka, no rechaka, no puraka. Just mere observation of the breath. Simple observation of the breath. This is called witnessing the breath. Be a witness to the breath, a grand witness to the breath, which is going in, which is coming out naturally. You have only one thought, that is observation of breath right now. You are given to focus on the observation of the breath, nothing else. That's only one thought given to you. Rest, everything has to be switched off. No need to think about anything, no need to receive any thought, no need to generate any thought from you. Just go on, observe the breath. When you go on, observe the breath, thoughts become slowly reduced. Thought becomes zero. Sunya. That's the first law of meditation. When you observe the breath, number of thoughts get reduced. The mind becomes empty. That's the first law of meditation. The second law of meditation says, when the mind becomes empty, you will receive good amount of cosmic energy, huge amount of cosmic energy through the Brahmarandra Sahasrara Chakra, the Vishwamaya Prana Shakti, cosmic energy that will flow inside your body, that directly go into the so-called Pranamaya Kosha, energy body, etheric body. That's the second law. Go on, observe the breath, my dear friends. If you get any thoughts in between while observing the breath, ignore the thoughts, cut the thoughts right away, and come back to the breath observation again and again. If at all you get any thought, just ignore. No way to travel along with the thought. Do not travel along with the thought. Do not analyze the thought. Just come to the witness of the breath again. The third law of meditation says, when the huge amount of cosmic energy is flowing through the pranamaya sarira, that is etheric body, energy body, all the nadis, 276,000 nadis, which are there in the etheric body, so-called energy body, they all get cleansed because of the flow of cosmic energy. Once they are cleaned completely, it's called nadi suddhi, nadi praksharana. So once that is clean, all the nadis are get cleansed. Obviously, your inner latent potential, the so-called third eye activation, will happen automatically, naturally. No need to force any kind of activation of your third eye. No need to practice special techniques in order to activate third eye. Just go and observe the breath, make your mind empty, receive the cosmic energy, have a complete cleansing. Let the cleansing happens in the etheric body, energy body. Then after, automatically, naturally, so-called your third eye potential, so-called the pineal gland, gets activated. That's the natural process. So, a beautiful, a wonderful, natural process which takes place in everybody, my dear friends. Along with that, the astral travel will start. You'll also experience the outer body experiences, outer body travel. That also happens. Your intuition will be activated. You'll be able to access the subconscious mind, which is there in everybody without any doubt. We are all given with the subconscious mind along with the soul. So the subconscious mind is powerful mind which has got the records of all our past lives, current life, and future lives. Hence, we must access the subconscious mind on a day-to-day basis, for which you need meditation. You need to do the deeper meditation. You need to switch off your conscious mind. Then only subconscious mind, the access will be given. Go on, practice the meditation, my dear friends. We'll have the wonderful, a melodious, lovely music now. Just go on, observe the breath. Go on, listen to the melodious music. Go into the deeper state of meditation right now. 4, 5. Place both your hands on eyes, both eyes for 5 more seconds. Keep on your eyes, both the palms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly take your hand, slowly open your eyes. Yes. Yes, friends. So you have done wonderful meditation till now. The melodious music, Buddha flute music. You have done wonderful meditation. Everybody come to the original position and then sit comfortably and switch on your videos. If it is comfortable, always switch on your video and sit comfortably, my dear friends. Right. Friends, today our sharing of wisdom is the sixth, like out of 7 spiritual laws of success, the out of 7 spiritual laws of life. The sixth law we are discussing today, we are sharing with you. So this is the law of detachment. The previous law, what we came to know is the law of intention and desire. We understood completely. So now today, the law of detachment, we will try to understand. What is the law of detachment? So this law of detachment is very, very important. You want to achieve anything on this earth planet. You want to achieve anything, whatever it may be. The physical or spiritual, whatever it may be, you want to achieve anything. You must follow this law of detachment. Anything you do, anything you play, anything you try to achieve on this earth planet, if you don't do with the basically the detachment, the law of detachment or the detachment mode, you will definitely not able to achieve that. Understand? So always what happens is detachment will give the freedom to you, attachment will give the fear and kind of a so-called it will give the fear, it will give the insecurity. Always any kind of attachment will give you the fear. It leads to fear. It also leads to the so-called insecurity. In the detachment, we always find a lot of security. And basically, how detachment works is you are open. You are open to anything to happen. Okay, you're not attached to the. For example, so in our life, day-to-day life, we'll be doing a lot of tasks, lot of basically we are immersed into many other things, isn't it? A lot of other things, and we'll be studying. Some people they'll be doing job, they'll be doing business, they'll be into many professions, their own life, right? So they have their own task, they'll be doing on day-to-day basis. What happens here is if you are operating any task, whatever task it may be, with attachment, what will happen? The attachment, basically, you are attached to the known, some known thing. What is known thing? That is your past. So if you are attached to a known thing that is past, then definitely you cannot produce the proper results. The reason is already you are attached to the past. Anything you are attached to something, that means you know what it is and you are attached to that. So that particularly what happened, so it doesn't lead to the freedom. You won't get freedom. Okay. You are already attached to some particular result. Okay. So you are doing some task and then you are also attached to, if I do this task, I must get this result. I must get this result. So if I make my son to educate, he go to the higher education and then he must, in return, he will take care of me. If you do, with any kind of that kind of attachment, tomorrow once he grow up and once he settled, and then if he doesn't take care of you, then it leads to kind of a disappointment or depression for you also. So never do that. Anything you do, operate without attachment. Okay, that's very important. So that's why attachment will lead to the kind of insecurity, the kind of the lack of freedom. Lack of freedom it leads to. Basically, always we need to be open for everything. Whatever happens, we must be able to accept. Right? There's something called we must be open to the all choices, all possibilities, all the permutations or combinations to happen in our life. So many times what we try to think is, we feel so secure if I get so and so result, right? We feel that we are so secured if I get so and so result. In fact, that is not true. That is where you lack of freedom. You lack of freedom, and then obviously what happened? So that leads to insecurity than security. In fact, that leads to insecurity than security. You can say like that. So that is why always, so the true whatever the true wealth consciousness is the ability to have anything you want, anytime you want, with the least effort. Okay, with the least effort, you must be able to get it. See, the natural phenomena is anything to get in your life with the least effort. Already we have discussed about the law of least effort, isn't it? So that's how what happens is, if you flow with the nature, what is nature? Natural principle. For example, you observe the nature once. How is the nature acting? Nature doesn't know what it is going to be tomorrow, right? Whether the rain will come, sunshine will come, or the too much wind will be there. Nothing knows. Nothing is known. But still, the nature is so comfortable, and in fact, so open to the all possibilities, right? And that is how you just observe the nature. A tree, for example, a tree or bird or whatever, they'll be in the present moment, they'll be really playful. In the present moment, they are happy, and they're not feeling any kind of insecurity. Or the reason for all that is the reason for all that is they flow with the nature. However, the nature, right? However, the nature go, they just follow the nature. That's how they are so secure. They are, in fact, it looks like insecure, but it is so secure. For example, like many people think that if I earn good amount of money, it is good security for me. But it is not so. It is opposite. If you earn more and more money, so it gives you a lot of lack of freedom, and also insecurity. You'll be fear of how what happened to my money, where does it go? So like you'll be always behind it, isn't it? So there's not going to be any kind of freedom or any kind of a so-called security if you are becoming rich and rich. In fact, so that's not going to happen like that. The real security comes when you are open to anything, everything around you, whatever happens. If you are in a position to accept all the possibilities, yes, of course. So that kind of, then only there's a lot of freedom will come to you. Then out of that freedom, if you operate, definitely you'll be feeling more secure because you are with the nature. No, you just follow the nature. And you're also, what you're trying to do is, you never go against the nature. In fact, see, the attachment comes from poverty consciousness, because attachment is always to the symbols. For example, money, property, like so all these things, all outside things, whatever you see, these are all actually, so what we feel is, that is the wealth consciousness, right? And all these are symbols. These are all symbols. So we are attached to that. We are attached to that. So then what will happen? Only from detached involvement. So because with the detached because with the detached involvement, there's a freedom to create. Basically, with the attachment, you cannot create. With the attachment, you cannot create anything. For example, a doctor is there. A doctor want to operate one surgery on his son, for example, right? So he cannot operate because he has got attachment. What he must do is, he will send his own son to the operation surgery, to the other doctor, other expert. The reason being, there is a question of attachment. Okay. So the attachment is the factor with which you can't operate surgery, and you cannot create anything, you cannot succeed also. That is why you will assign the same surgery to the other doctor, his colleague or whatever. So his colleague, what it does, he does operation successfully because he doesn't have any attachment towards that particular kid or a particular the body, physical body. So that's how we need to understand, my dear friends. So if you operate anything out of detachment, you have a lot of freedom to create. You're not biased to anything. You're not biased to the past events, isn't it? See, in the past, whatever happens, see, all the past is like a some kind of a, the situations which are already happened. So they are not in our control. In fact, the future is uncertainty, right? Isn't it? And the whatever we have right now is a current, current so-called the present. The present is a gift for us, but then time is like it's a gift for us. So we need to live completely in that. We need to live completely into the present moment, and we must be open to all future possibilities. Whatever is going to happen, we must be open. We must be able to accept everything. No question of no question of worrying about the future, thinking about the future. Don't do that. Just be open. Let everything goes along with the nature. Just flow with it. That's all. So if you are so much open to the the future, all the infinite possibilities are going to happen, right? Then what will happen is you have a lot of freedom. This is called detachment. Okay. If you are attached to a result, particularly, I need to get so and so thing in future by this so and so time. That means you are attached. Then what it starts? A lot of fear will start, a lot of insecurity will start, isn't it? So you yourself, you are making the situation to happen within you. You are creating a kind of a insecurity within yourself by getting attached to certain results, certain situations. Understood? So, like this, we should not do that. Okay, we should lead our life with detachment. But one thing is, though you are detached, but you are operating your operation, your so-called goal setting or so-called intention, so-called desire, you can keep it. There is no worry about it. Nobody is saying that don't keep intention, don't keep any desire. Okay, intention belongs to the futuristic, isn't it? So even the intention come with the futuristic, into the futuristic. Keep intention, no problem. Keep your intention, put your effort, do everything, in the normal mode, go on, do everything, but without attachment. You operate from the detachment, there won't be any worry. And you also can, your mind also will work with the greatest amount of freedom. Then the creativity will be much better. Understood? So if not, what happened is you'll be engrossed with a lot of fear, kind of a uncertainty, and one kind of a so-called depression. It leads to depression because basically a lot of anxiety comes. So why the anxiety comes? Because you are fearful about what is going to happen, what is going to be the result. You don't know, isn't it? So that's how what happened. We'll be suffering all the time. Then with the suffering, with the tension in the mind, with the anxiety inside, whatever you are creating, which will be never a standardized or never it will be a so the good output. That means the output cannot be super. Output cannot be superior. The reason is you are already attached to certain results. You are expecting something, you are attached to something, so the freedom is lost, and then creativity is lost. When the creativity is lost, so what happens is the process, the peace of mind will be lost. When the peace of mind is lost, your productivity that will be lost, and when the productivity is lost, ultimately it leads to failure. When it leads to failure, it leads to depression in our own life. See how much consequences are there with this. So if at all, if you are not attached to the result, like Bhagavad Gita also, Lord Sri Krishna says, do your duty, don't expect the results. Okay, don't expect the fruits out of it. What he says is, so niskama karma. It's called niskama karma, right? Do your duty. That means put your effort. Simple as this. Put your effort completely, not expecting any results, not expecting any fruits out of it. Leave the fruits to me. I'll take care of it. Isn't it? In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Sri Krishna says this very clearly. He quote this. So we need to take the inference from Bhagavad Gita also. In the question, in the view of this particular law of detachment, we must infer, we must take the inference from there also. He says very clearly, when you do that, what happened? When you do your duty, don't expect the fruits. Leave the fruits to the secure. Leave the fruits to the nature or Almighty. He will take care of it. What to be given, he will give you. What not to be given, he will not give. Okay. Though you may expect many things, but everything may not happen. Whatever you didn't expect, that may happen also. But you must be open to that. You must be open to all the possibilities of happening. If at all you are not, you're not open to the all possibilities which are going to happen in your life, then it leads to depression. It leads to a lot of bad consequences in our own life. So that's why, so this law of detachment, you must operate like this, my dear friends. So this you can learn, this particular thing. Bhagavad Gita says like this, and the nature, when you observe the nature around you, you also can learn this very, in a so more and more simpler note, in a greater way you can understand this law of detachment, because no animal, no tree on this earth planet will never live with any kind of a insecurity, so any kind of a lack of freedom. They are having absolute freedom, lot of freedom, and also no insecurity, question of insecurity. But only human beings has got so much insecurity, the lack of freedom, and we don't create anything. We'll be doing the mundane things and we'll be suffering, and that leads to a lot of physical diseases, mental diseases, and whatnot, many, isn't it? So let's not do that. So just be open, be open to the all possibilities. Anything may come, anything may go, right? Anything may come, anything may go out of our life, but be open to all that. Then, so you're not, anyway, you're not attached to that result. The reason is, and also ultimately, if you understand the so-called subtle thing, if you understand, I'm not a physical body, first of all. I am a soul consciousness. So nothing is going to affect me. Even if I lose something, if I gain something, so out of my own efforts on this earth planet, I'm not going to be bothered, first of all, right? So my physical body is no way got affected. Physical body, for a moment of time, I may have some kind of a glimpse of worry, glimpse of so-called tension. I may have some tension. I may have some kind of a the mental worry that leads to physical worry. But so ultimately, the true understanding is you're not the physical body, you're not the mind, you're not the intellect. You are way beyond all these things. That is, you are a true consciousness. You are the true self. Your original form is the true self. Okay. So when you are a true self, why do you worry about all these things? So you don't need to worry. You are, when you come to an understanding of, by doing meditation, by involving in spiritual act, spiritual service, and by going to the lot of spiritual books, and by reading lot of spiritual book, by listening to the great masters, isn't it? So by learning spirituality, engrossing into more and more into the spiritual path, and doing more and more meditation, then you realize the self. You realize the so-called what is the true meaning of self, and also you'll understand who am I. Who am I? The answer to that question is very much will be revealed to you, revealed to yourself when you go through the more and more sadhana, more and more practice of meditation. When you go through this particular identity, your own self identity will be revealed to you. You will know the reality. When you know the reality, what happened? That means you are now living in the so-called soul consciousness, atmic consciousness. When you are living in the atmic consciousness, nothing bothers you. Nothing bothers you. Then nothing of this so-called the outer things. Outer things means like whatever the worldly things, the prapanchika, all these worldly things, all these things will not bother you. Will never take away your freedom, because the soul has got highest freedom. Soul has got infinite freedom. The reason is soul is nothing connected to this world. Soul is completely is connected to the atmic world, spirit worlds, which is eternal, which is everlasting. So it's infinite capacity, infinite energy. So that's how you are you yourself is an infinite being. You are an infinite being having infinite possibilities. You never bother about what comes, what goes, what is not there, what is with you, and what is going to come. Somebody is going to give me, somebody is not going to give me. I'm having good money, I have good wife, and I have a good family. I don't have house, nothing. You don't worry. Everything accept as it is. What's happening to you? The reason is you are born here. You are born here. Okay, you are not made from earth itself. You are made, your physical body only made with your so-called panchabhutas, all the nature five elements. But in fact, the what is there in you, the life force, so-called Jiva Shakti, Prana Shakti, Atma Shakti, whatever there is within you, that is your reality, right? So without that, this physical body is nothing. It's like a just bones and flesh and blood and all these organs, nothing else. It's just a physical body. It doesn't, as such, it doesn't have any power to create anything. Okay, your so-called mind consciousness, your mind consciousness is generated out of the soul consciousness. Without your soul is functioning, without the soul is there in your physical body is having nothing value, no value at all. So in that case, so this is a kind of understanding one will gain. So you go on gain this kind of true understanding only with the doing more meditation, more sadhana, and more sajjana sangatya, spiritual book reading. All this when you are doing, my dear friends, you will become a self-reliant person, and also a self-realized person. So that's how you will gain the 100% freedom in your own life, my dear friends. Then, so this is so when you are living with that soul consciousness, atmic consciousness. In fact, so with that, if you are living on this earth planet, you absolutely you can lead the life of detachment, no doubt about it. Okay, so that is the true meaning of the law of detachment, my dear friends. Okay, so try to go with this, understand this properly, and then so you try to follow that. Then the true understanding, this is the true understanding. There's true understanding, everybody has to take it. And so the other thing is, for example, so we will make three commitments, for following this law of detachment. I will give you three commitments. So what can be done, these three commitments you also remember, try to follow in your life. Today, I will commit myself to detachment. I will allow myself and those around me the freedom to be their freedom to be as they are. I'm not going to modify their freedom. Okay, these three commitments of the law of detachment I'm giving. Note it down. Remember, follow this in your life also, so that you'll be happy, blissful, and you are no way bothered, no way attached to any results. Okay, extraneous results now. So now the first one we are going to now, the first commitment. Let me read it for you again. Today I will commit myself to detachment. I will allow myself and those around me the freedom to be as they are. I will not rigidly impose my idea of how things should be. I will not force solutions on problems, thereby creating new problems. I will participate in everything with a detached involvement. This is the first commitment. Please note down. Second commitment. Today, I will factor in uncertainty as an essential ingredient of my experience. In my willingness to accept uncertainty, solutions will spontaneously emerge out of the problem, out of the confusion, disorder, and chaos. The more uncertain things seem to be, the more secure I will feel, because uncertainty is my path to freedom. Though the Through the wisdom of uncertainty, I will find my security. The third commitment, I will step into the field of all possibilities and anticipate the excitement that can occur when I remain open to the infinity of choices. When I step into the field of all possibilities, I will experience all the fun, adventure, magic, and mystery of life. So these are the three commitments one should commit towards the law of detachment, my dear friends, so that you can lead your life on this earth planet with the greatest freedom and lead the blissful life as much as possible. Friends, thank you so much. Dhanyavad. Right. If you have any questions, you can put your questions. Otherwise, you can what are the today's class experience you can express. You can raise your hand and then you can start expressing yourself, or you can ask any questions what you have. Yes. Yeah.
What was the three what you were saying before? I was in the bathroom. I didn't hear like the three laws of detachment. I didn't hear what you were saying.
What did you understand? What did you not understand? I
Um,
did.
I I was in the bathroom. I didn't hear what you were saying about like the three sayings of detachment. You were just saying it a minute ago, but I didn't hear it because I was in the bathroom.
Oh, Okay, this last three commitments, right? Last three commitments are bigger statements. Okay, go through the video again. Write it down properly. You need to write down clearly all the three statements. Listen to the video, write it down properly, and follow that. These are three commitments towards the law of detachment. Everyone must follow. Okay, very simple. So the first law, second law, first commitment, second commitment, third commitment. Okay, the first commitment says you must you must be not imposing any of your ideas on others, right? Accept as it is. Keep their freedom, not in, keep their freedom as it is. Keep it as intact. Do not disturb it. That's the first one. The second one is, so keep your uncertainty as an ingredient for your experience, right? All the solutions will be emerging out of this so-called uncertainty, chaos, whatever it may be, but keep it open, right? So this uncertainty is the one which is the ingredient for your, there's a main ingredient for your own experience. So that must be there, right? So that means wisdom of uncertainty, you will find your own security in that. If you lose the so-called, if you are fearing about this uncertainty, then you will not be able to experience anything greater. All the mundane things, repetitive things will come. What happened many times, many people don't attempt to do something unknown. They are fearing of doing unknown things. The reason being they wanted the result to be in this way only, not in any other way. They are not in a position to accept anything. So that's why what they do is they always try to keep things in a certain format. Okay, this one I'll do, I'll get this. Then what is that great in that? What is that you are going to get? First of all, leave over the fear, that insecurity feeling, forget about it. Because you are a soul consciousness. Why do you fear about anything? Just keep it open, right? And the third one is step into the field of all possibilities, and so this so-called anticipate the great excitement that can occur when you are open to the infinity of choices. The third commitment which you need to follow. If you are stepping into the field of all possibilities, you will experience the fun, adventure, magic, and mystery of life. That's possible, right? Otherwise, the life will be boring and repetitive. If you are not open to the all possibilities, if you are closed, if you are operating with a closed mind, then your life will be boring and repetitive. What a great thing in that? There's nothing. So that is why the attitude should be, so you must be open, you must not be closed, you must not have a closed mind. Keep it open, keep it for all the possibilities. Let anything happen, anything may not happen, right? That is the kind of freedom we must operate. Understood? Right. Yes.
Yeah, understand. Yeah.
Understood. Right. Manisha ji, your experience, your message.
Yes, sir, but it is the difficult chapter of our life, sir, to keep our self detached or don't become. So the one example it was coming into my mind that only the astronauts and some of the few saints can do that. I think it's the difficult part because whatever you said, because as humans we are social. Okay, we have to be I mean, we are social animals, okay? So whenever we keep attachments because we want our children to be ever with us. We if we go away and leave and all that, we start crying and all that. Means I have seen so many families. So that is the attachment. That is true. We shouldn't keep. But during some after some years, after some ages, the the after some age, the people feel lonely. So they can't come out of that loneliness. At that time, that is needed, that they should not be attached. That thing should they should realize that attachment is the worst. But
Correct.
still people are crying for that. They want to live bonded with the family. They think that is the happiness in there. So it's very difficult chapter, but we have to practice that. I have understood.
Correct. See, actually, what happened? It's like, leading the family life is not that, you are leading a detachment life. Leading a family life, that doesn't mean that you are leading a attachment life. So leading the family life, all are having, the same kind of everybody is going through the soul consciousness. Everybody, they realize that their soul consciousness, true consciousness, isn't it? Then what will happen? They won't have much expectation from anybody. In fact, a true spiritual person will never expect anything from anybody. Okay. So that's how what happened. You are detached from others. Okay. I think you are unmuted or muted. Yes. Yeah. See, what happens is if you are not spiritual, then definitely you will have some expectations. You will definitely see to that, somebody has to help you or somebody has to give something to you or he must respond to you. All this will be there. That's a normal life. You go through the society, right? Everywhere you find this kind of patterns, mental patterns. If you are a truly spiritual person, you won't have all that. Okay, you never expect anything from others. You will give the complete freedom to them. You will also enjoy the complete freedom. This is the difference. That is why we always say everybody for like follow the spiritual path and do more and more meditation and
Hmm.
get to the spiritual path. Then this attitude will come. At the same time, don't think that they are something a cruel animal, cruel beings or spiritual people. They won't take care of others. No, that's again there's a something called love and love and affection that will be immense, that will be immense with them because they never feel anybody is separate from them. They feel, they feel and they visualize or they can, they can experience of your consciousness, their consciousness is one and the same. So in that case, if a particular, if a particular physical body, maybe animal, it can be animal, human being, whoever it is, they are suffering means he will take care of it with the greatest karuna. For example, so Jesus Christ is a karuna murti. Jesus Christ is the symbol for so-called love, compassion, isn't it? So how does it comes so much love and compassion? How did it come? How it has come to him? Because he is a realized master, right? He already realized that he's a true consciousness, soul consciousness. He also realized something called the same consciousness exists everywhere, pervading throughout the cosmos, and he knows very clearly. I am Brahma. So I am Brahman. That is Aham Brahmasmi. He knows. And also he knows. So every day, everywhere there is a Brahmic Brahma Padartha. Everywhere, everything is a Brahman, and that means he knows that. So Aham Brahmasmi is one thing. Tatvamasi Svetaketu, Tat Sat. He knows Mamatma Sarva Bhutatma. Now Mamatma Sarva Bhutatma. It means the same soul consciousness which is there in me, it is in everywhere. So these are the things he understood. These things can be understood only with sadhana, not
Hmm.
mere theoretical knowledge. Theoretical knowledge will give you some support, but when you practice more and more, isn't it? So then that will come automatically. If you practice in this life, it will come. If you don't practice in this life, then if you are doing some practice, some that extent only will achieve. The greater extent you will not achieve. So that will be obviously the next life. It is possible. It you will achieve, no doubt. But as much as practice you do it, so much the kind of the level of so-called the level of consciousness, it will improve. So as the level of consciousness is rising, then all this is possible. All this will come, a part of your life. It will happen to everybody. That is why the law of detachment is directly connected to the so-called the progress and evolution, your own spiritual evolution. Your own spiritual evolution will give you the power of detachment. Basically, it trigger or it ignite the power of detachment. Understood?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Right. Any more questions? Shivanandji. Shivanand. Unmute.
Sir, no question, sir. You have explained everything.
Okay.
You have explained everything. It has to be practiced. That's all.
Correct. Very good.
Only practice, sir.
Okay. So you are joining from first class onwards, or you are joining recently?
No, sir. I joined today. I am in US now, in Texas, sir.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Today only
This is my
earlier
yes,
classes
sir.
you did not join.
Earlier classes 3 months back, sir.
Oh, 3 months back. Okay.
3
Fine.
months back.
Right. So every one of you, please register for or subscribe for Mahavatar TV. Mahavatar
Yes, sir.
Foundation is having a Mahavatar TV is a
We
YouTube
have, I
channel.
have subscribed, sir. It is continuing process.
Very good. So everybody has done here. Raise your hand. Who has done subscription for the Mahavatar TV? Yes. Put the message if you have done it. No problem. Please do that, because if you are doing it, you will get all the videos, whatever our old videos, isn't it?
Yes,
Whatever
sir.
we do day to day also, that will come directly to you. Please do that and get it subscribed by others also, your friends and colleagues who are all interested in this path of spirituality, isn't
I
it?
have shared to many of the groups, sir. I have
Okay.
shared the your or whatever the messages. I have
Okay.
shared to many groups.
Very good. So every subject will be taught in a detailed manner, in a
Correct.
way you understand it and you can implement in your physical life, the day-to-day life.
Yes, sir.
That's how we teach every single subject, whatever subject it comes across. In a detailed manner,
Correct.
we'll explain. Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you, Lord, sir.
thank you. Right. Okay, friends. Now Preeti, Sangeeta is switched off. Ansu, right? Radha, Sunita, Pavan, Babanidas. Oh, Preeti. Okay. Why you are behind video? What is the problem? Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I want to know about your experience. From how many years you are in meditation? I just want to.
I'm in the meditation path of spiritual science basically. I've been studying from the age of 24 years. Now I am 48 years. 48 years. I think you got muted.
And what are your experiences? Means
My experiences are everything. So much. I mean,
astral
spiritual.
traveling. Have you
Yeah,
done astral traveling? Yeah.
I've done it. I've done it, and in fact, I get messages, continuously. Every day, I experience some messages through my meditation, and also as such, I get the glimpses, like in my day-to-day life also, because I am in the complete spiritual service, right? So, what need to be done, what is going to happen, everything I'll come to know. So, accordingly, I'll plan my life. I don't need
Yeah.
to ask anybody. I don't need to ask anyone. what need to be done, what will be happening, everything I'll come to know. Accordingly, I'll plan my life. It's so simple. It becomes, your life itself will become an example for you. If you follow the spiritual path, if you are in the spiritual service together, right? You are doing meditation, sadhana, and spiritual service. If you are doing, your life itself will become a true spirituality. It will not like your prapanchika and spiritual both cannot be separated. Both are one and the same. Only thing is that soul consciousness, how much is there within you. See, many people now after going out of the session, once you go out of the session, what happens? You become truly prapanchika, isn't it? So you forget about that, you are a soul consciousness, you never remember it, and you never realize that. And then whatever your mundane things you start doing now, then you are engrossed in it. When you are engrossed in it, then all your arshad vargas come to the limelight. Once the kama, krodha, loba, mada, matcharya, kama, krodha, loba, moha, mada, matcharya. These are 6 qualities are there. Our own inner mind, inner qualities, the inner, can say inner enemies, 6 inner enemies, arishad vargas. Okay. So when these will be come to the limelight when you go into the outside world, the practical world. So if you get into that, then you go and increase the karmas. Okay. So if you are having that realization within you, wherever you go, whatever you do, if you are having the relation of that, you are a true self, you're operating all this outside world. If you are having that sense, then whatever you do, the efficiency, the kind of a detachment towards what you are doing it, everything will be in the highest manner. Then the results also will be like that, and then you don't get any suffering, basically. No question of depression. You'll be living almost in a state of ananda, blissful state. That's how your life has to become like that. Then only you are true master. Otherwise, it cannot be called as a true mastery. It's not a self-mastery. Okay, this self-mastery everyone must achieve in their own life. Then that life is lost life. See, you have to pass the exam from this life. That means the so-called the school of lives. You can say like the series of lives. The series of lives are about 350 to 400 lives for every soul being. A speck of soul consciousness, the originated from the so-called Purnatma, so the Supreme Soul. We are all the children of Supreme Soul. We are all the children of the God, Father. So when we came out of Him, so we expect that we also will grow and become like Him. Like, for example, your father. So what your father expect from you? Like you're a kid, though you're a kid, but his expectation is you will become like him or more than him, isn't it? For example, a clerk, a clerk will always expect his son to become an IAS officer. His father will never think like his son also should become a clerk or below that. He never think like that, isn't it? So the supreme father also always expect that you become like him or equal to him or more than him. Okay. For that, what we are doing is that's why he is given the chances of 350, 400 lives. You go through all these lives, become like me, okay, or more than me. You also become a one Purnatma, one supreme soul. You also become a supreme soul. In the final life, the last life. That's called the final enlightenment or whatever it happens. Then you become a infinite soul. Infinite soul, and then get into the supreme consciousness. You will be merged into supreme consciousness. Once you are merged into supreme consciousness, from wherever you came, you go into that. Okay. So with the varied experience, with a lot of gaining of your own experience of your soul, right? You go and merge into that supreme consciousness. The supreme consciousness will be strengthened much more because you are a person, you are a soul going through these 400 lives. Now you are much more strengthened, isn't it? Much more strengthened with the nourishment of all your qualities. Then with that, you are merging into the supreme consciousness. So obviously, you are getting into supreme consciousness. Then now there is no question of again coming back to the earth. What is there on the earth is just in order to find out who you are coming here. You are coming onto the earth planet just in order to find out who you are. That is the question, that is the puzzle to be solved on this earth planet. Until that, you'll be keep coming and going back. It's like a cycle, it's a chakra, like cycle, isn't it? So thank you so much, friends. Thank you. Right?
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Dhanyavad. Subrat.